Hey guys, welcome back, and as you can see we're in a new interior. That's because this is my new BMW E92 It's a car I've been wanting for a very long time, and I finally got one, and I could not be more impressed with it. It is a 57 plate E92 full M Sport, unlike my 330D which was just a SE. Now, I don't even know where to start with this. I mean, it is just absolutely fantastic. Performance-wise, comfort-wise to an extent, and surprisingly economical. I mean, it's actually better on fuel than my previous 330D was, which is quite strange because it is in essence the same engine with a extra smaller turbo, different power delivery, but somehow it's more economical. Baffles me, but hey, can't complain with that. It's slightly cheaper on tax as well. I'm paying per month on each car, and it's about £6 a month cheaper. I mean, you don't really save much on that anyway, but hey, still cheaper, can't complain. I mean, don't know where to start with this really. I mean, yeah, whoever spec'd this out from BMW, got to say, mate, hats off to you. I mean, you ticked every single damn box on this available. As you can see, it's got the tan interior, which I promise you doesn't look like poop, unlike it does in the video, but beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I've hardly seen any other E92 3 Series with this colour interior, and it's matched beautifully by this wood effect on the dash and the trim, the trim on the dash, I should say. It's got the professional navigation system on here, with the voice control system, which never works. Fine, let's give it a go. Navigation. Hey, it actually worked. Okay, I'm gonna stop that before it gets
voice input cancelled.
Surprisingly works quite well there then. It's got the 5-panel gearbox as all 325D automatics do. If you get anyone, I know a lot of people, I know you can get a manual, which seems to be the rare option, but honestly just go for the automatic. It's paired so well to the power delivery. You can floor it, drop down 2 gears, you're always in the right power band. Now, coming from a 330 to my 335D, I thought that the power delivery is exactly the same, but it took me actually a while to get used to the power delivery on this. Only saying that because the 330, you revved a lot, the power delivery was a lot lower on the power band. So, from 1,500 revs you put your foot down and you shoot off straight away. But obviously because it's a single turbo, you're out of power by 3,000, 3,500 revs. This is more having dynamics of a petrol engine, I want to say, and the fact that it's a lot more linear, the power. It's not where you just run out of power by 3,500 revs and you get all your power delivery at the start of the power band. The small turbo kicks in from 1,500 revs all the way to about 2,500, 3,000 revs, I want to say, and that's when the big turbo kicks in, and that's when you really fly, and you actually notice the power surge difference. Not like, okay, right, you can't tell it's a twin turbo. I mean, you can really tell the second turbo kicking, and you really do fly then. So it took me a bit of time to get used to how I wanted to get the power delivery out there, especially when you want to get all those little situations that you need to accelerate quickly from. It does take a bit of time getting used to that, and that's where these clocky panels come in. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, just drop into second gear and it really does fly. And I don't know if you could hear how well you could hear that or not, but surprisingly it sounds quite well for a diesel. That was the first thing that took me on that. I'm not sure if it's because the signature 325D exhaust setup or what it is, but it sounds great. Comfort wise, now I'm not sure if I'm going to bias opinion because it came from an SE to an M Sport, or if it's because this M Sport matched with the 19s this is on and with run flights. Stiff. It is not whatsoever comfortable on side little streets, but however I did try to compensate for that by reducing the tyre pressure slightly. The recommended was something ridiculous like 42 and 39 psi. I've taken that down to 35 on the rear and 33 on the front psi, and it's made miles difference. It's bearable now. Obviously on motorways, everything, you're not going to know as much a difference. Beautiful cruising car on that, but as soon as you hit the side roads and potholes or just even uneven surface, you can really oh god, right, this is quite uncomfortable. But yeah, hey, we live in England, so yeah, that's quite a drawback on that. But apart from that, fantastic. Toys on this car, the guys ticked every single box on this. It's even got a USB input and come out from late 2007. That is something, quite different at the time, and still even now. The other one thing I love about this car, and one thing which has set a benchmark for me for any other car we're getting after this, is the Logic 7 surround sound. Now, I always thought that, okay, yeah, is it really worth forking out much for the upgraded sound system from factory? My God, it is. I mean, the sound quality on this, I mean, you can put an aftermarket, subsystem in here, subwoofer system, sorry. You can put an amplifier custom to it, isn't, but it just will never sound the same as a factory upgraded system. Well worth it. I mean, the clarity and the bass on this is just fantastic. And it's the Logic 7 surround sound system, so you can tweak the settings and the equalizer from the menu. You got theatre mode, and you got concert hall for the surround sound setting itself. You got the usual auxiliary input, the USB interface as I mentioned before, and pair that with the voice control to counteract the thousands iDrive menu subsystems as there is. It works fantastic. Because it's the professional navigation, you get the widescreen system on there, so you can usually split that between two screens. So right now I've got the navigation with the triple keys on the side of the screen. You can have that also working with your entertainment system and your crib computer working as well. It's also got DAB radio, which is something I've never used before, and I've actually been using quite a lot in this car. So yeah. And apart from that, one of the features which I love about this is when you actually open the door, rather than having just the LED lights in the door handles, it actually projects the M onto the floor. Can't really see it at the daytime, of course, but at night time, it really sets the car apart. Also, this has got the upgraded LED tail lights, which are fantastic. I mean, well worth the money. Really do set the car miles apart. You put a private reg in there, you honestly can't tell if it's a 2011 model or if it's what it is from late 2007-8. Also, it's got the rear diffuser, which just really sets it apart. I mean, at night. The other thing is the LED lights. The rear number plate lights are LEDs, and they stay on, and that just really lights up the rear end at night, and you can really stand out to see that diffuser sticking out, and also the boot lip spoiler as well. Fantastic. And in addition to that, he's also got the upgraded M3 dials. So unlike my old 330 and most other E92 or most other BMWs from that era, you normally have the orange outer lighting on the dials, on the analog dials. On this it's white, just like the M3, and it's also got the power band markings, so it will show a power band marking from 4,500 revs to 5,000 revs as orange, then 5,000 revs to 6,000 revs as red. Just to do that, and yeah, it's just a really nice touch at night, especially going with the colour contrasting, should I say. It's a nice break from the normal orange that I'm used to, so the white really sets it apart. Apart from that, I mean, it's just fantastic, bro. Power is relentless. 286 brake horsepower stock, 427 pounds of torque, which is just ridiculous. Surprisingly though, my 330D is actually easier to slide and drift. Not that I do that, but yeah, I mean, turn the traction off, and I was surprised how much it actually takes to actually get this to slide. Now, in my eyes, that's much of a safety feature than anything, because I mean, on my 330D, slight wet damp roads, and you are tire sliding everywhere, even with the traction control on, which was just absolutely ridiculous. So you've got to really be awake when you're driving that car in the wet. Given this, it's got more power, more torque, traction control off, even on off, it won't slide much, hardly at all, and there's no accidental slides that way, which my eyes is much safer as well, especially because the roads I'll be driving are crap and it's always raining. Sorry to push into the driveway. And also, I think that's basically down to either the wider 19s alloys on here, also with the wider tread, also probably with the M Sport suspension holding it down a bit firmer, making it more stable. But yeah, it's absolutely fantastic.